What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Blades with Bill. Today, we're going to be doing a full review on the Byrd Knives Harrier 2. Before we get into it, if you've watched this much of the video, my video, or any channel's video, do them a huge favor, give them a thumbs up. It's the best thing you can do for them. It really does help push us up in the algorithm, which helps us get more views, which should help us get more subscribers. So please, thumbs up. Let's go up close, go over some of the specs, and then we'll come back up here and I'll give you all my thoughts on it. We have FR and handle scales that are kind of like the typical lightweight Spydercos and bidirectional. It's a little bit different shape, but they are bidirectional. This is a Lynch Northwest clip for Spyderco. Obviously, it came with a clip more like this. I don't remember exactly where I put this one. This one's actually a Spyderco clip, but it's the exact same thing because, again, this is made by Spyderco. So instead of having the Spidey hole, we have what is supposed to look like a bird head for the opener. If you do it right, you can reverse flick it. And the blade is 8Cr13MoV. The overall length of the blade is a little over 3.5 inches. The cutting edge is just about 3 inches. The handles are just over 4 inches. The knife weighs 2.64 ounces. The handles are just under 1/2 inch. Thickest part of the blade is just over 1/10 of an inch. And then behind the edge, looking at about 12 thousandths. So yes, this is a very slicey blade. Do a little size comparison. The Petrified Fish Victor and the Civivi Brazen. So they're all pretty close in length for handles. This Byrd is the shortest for the blade. The Rat Model 1 and the Kaiser Begleiter 2. So again, the Byrd and the Kaiser are fairly close in handle length. The Rat is bigger in every way, but the Kaiser and the Byrd are pretty close. The CJRB Pyrite and the Spyderco Tenacious. So the Tenacious and the Byrd are fairly close in handle length, and so is the CJRB. You get a little more handle out of both of the Byrd and the Spyderco, but the blade on the Spyderco and the CJRB are pretty close in length. And then the Tenacious just a little bit longer. Back up top, and I'll give you all my thoughts on it. Give you all my thoughts on the Byrd Harrier 2. If you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or here on YouTube, you probably saw videos for the last 7 days. Well, last 6 days, and then one that came out earlier today of day 7 of me using this knife, trying to prove that 8Cr isn't really that bad if it's done well. And I'm going to take all 7 days and put it together and make it into a much shorter clip. I'm going to insert that here. In those 7 videos, after day 4, I had to pull out my work sharp and go to the 800 grit stone and then the ceramic, and that was it. That was all. I stropped it afterwards, obviously, but the rest of the week I didn't strop it, I didn't sharpen it, I didn't do anything except use it to cut up all of our daily cardboard. Plus, I ended up cutting up some wood and actually had some seatbelt from an old car seat that's not being used anymore, and used that to cut up the last couple of days. And seatbelt is not an easy thing to cut. So now I will say that part of that is due to the fact that this is a full flat grind that definitely helped with the edge geometry, helped with not needing to sharpen it, but it's also good 8Cr, and I know a lot of people think 8Cr is shit steel. It's really not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. So, could someone use 8Cr as an everyday knife? Yes. Yes, you can. Very easily. It's extremely easy to sharpen when you need to. If I really had wanted to, I could have every day or every other day pulled out the strap and just stropped it real quick, and it would have been completely fine. I would have probably never had to sharpen it. If this was something that had thicker edge geometry, I might have had to sharpen it more. I'm not sure. I don't really have a whole lot of 8Cr that's much thicker than this for edge geometry. And then I will say, in comparison between this, the Tenacious, which is Spyderco, and this, which is Byrd, which is sort of made by Spyderco, it's actually made by, it's OEM'd by Sanrim U, a Chinese company that actually makes SRM knives and a couple other knives. I actually have another one from them that's from another company that they own that was actually suggested to me by a subscriber that I'm going to have on the channel here soon. Which reminds me, if you guys have any budget knives, $60 and less, that you would like to see on the channel, that maybe you've thought about buying but you're not sure if it's really worth buying, leave a comment and I'll possibly see about trying to pick it up and do a review on it and stuff. But as far as comfort goes, this knife is extremely comfortable. I had no problem with using this as an everyday work tool. It is great for that. And for under $35 at most online retailers, which before I started this video, I looked and you could pick it up at both Blade HQ and GPKnives, which I actually have an affiliate code now, or an affiliate link for GPKnives. So I'll leave the link to both for Byrd Knives for both Blade HQ and GPKnives down below in the description. But I would totally recommend this knife. It is a great work tool. If you were just needing a good everyday knife that you're not going to have to worry about a whole lot, very well built, and you can actually get most of the Byrd line in actual G10. So if you don't like Spyderco's bidirectional, which I actually prefer this over Spyderco's on some of their bigger knives, the texturing on some of the bigger ones for Spyderco can get a little aggressive. On the Byrd here, I actually found it to be kind of comfortable because it's more rounded, so there's not a sharp edge at all. But extremely comfortable, very well made. And as you saw in the videos, I did my best to cut up as much as I could, use the knife as much as I could. There were times I used it other than that in the videos throughout those 7 days. I just didn't have time to pull out my camera for 5 seconds of cutting stuff. But great work knife. Great work tool, period. If you're just looking for a very good knife, I can totally recommend this. Check them out. If you enjoyed the video, again, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Make sure you click all so you get notified every time I release a video here on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook at Blades with Bill. I have my own Facebook page, which is Blades with Bill. I'm on Instagram at Blades with Bill. Feel free to follow me on all my socials. Have a great day. Stay safe. Peace.